I could go on and on about the mortifying ordeal of being known, but I'd rather talk about the blessed circumstance of being forgotten. I grew up in a small town. Like, the school had 200 to 300 people in it, and that's including the teachers. The same people I knew in kindergarten, I knew all the way up to the 8th grade, and when 8th grade graduation came around, and I had the chance to never come back to that building, I never came back to it. I wasn't friends with anybody there, they were not friends with me, but we grew up together. I know their secrets, they know mine, I know their family, they know my family, and I still know all of their names, first and last. In fact, if you were to put them all into like a Where's Waldo type situation, where they're in a big crowd and told me, go find them like a bloodhound, I'd be able to find all of them despite how much time has passed. And I, for some reason, for years after graduating and going through high school, assumed they would be able to do the same thing for my face. So imagine my surprise when I'm working my first retail job. I'm at some little apple cider farm stand, and a kid comes over asking about the old apple cider donuts, and he works at the creamery, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Will. I hate Will. He was so mean to me and called me ugly all the time. And Will comes up to me and is asking about these donuts, and I just pretend we don't have them, and he's wondering why I'm being so hostile as a stranger. Because Will doesn't recognize my face. I've known him for years. I could pick those freckles out of any police lineup. And so he awkwardly goes away giving me the stink eye, but completely not knowing my name, my personhood, my face, my body, none of it. I thought this is a one-off scenario. I thought it was incredibly odd that he didn't recognize me until years down the line, I'm working at the pottery place. 3 girls I grew up with, like their moms would recognize me, come in and they're poking around and I'm like hiding in the back because I'm so nervous about this. Like, oh my God, they're here at my work. And eventually I'm like, okay, I gotta be professional. We don't have any ill will. We just don't know each other that well anymore. And I asked them if they need any help and they go, no, we come here all the time. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they proceed to do whatever. And I start like hanging around near like the cashier counter where they can clearly see me. And they're still not like having a secret discussion like, oh my God, is that KK? They're just painting their pieces and trying to ignore the annoying store clerk. And they don't know me. I know what the inside of your house looks like. I've read your diary. What do you mean? And it was so nice. But also, like, you don't come here often. That's one thing that always bothered me. Like, I had never seen them, and I'd worked there for like 2 summers, and they didn't even come to pick up their pottery after it was done in the kiln. Where do they get off with that one? But it was nice, after years of having like nightmares where I'm still in middle school, to know that I may remember middle school, but middle school has forgotten me.